All right, this is Flamingo TV brought to you by New Life Pentecostal Youth. This is Michael Wolf, our team leader, and we're going to be having just a casual sit-down, kind of reminiscing about former missions that we've gone on and such things of that nature. All right, Michael, I believe you have some things to say to them for this holiday season.
Oh yeah, thanks for having me again, Kyle. It's really good to be with you today and just kind of reminisce of what we've been through. As you know, this is the Christmas season, and this is a very special time for us and for the Flamingos. They're very Christmas-oriented people in the spirit of Christmas, the giving, and we just want to miss me. I'm here with the general, and we just want to wish all of our fans and our viewers a very, very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year as well.
All right, sounds good. That's very beautiful. All right, we believe that the next event that is going to be coming up is the award ceremony. We want to talk about who is invited to this award ceremony.
Well, anybody's invited. We would love to see a packed house there that day. But we will have some invitations go out in the mail for our guest of honor, and all that means, if you're a guest of honor and you receive an invitation, it just means that you're up for an award. So you're a candidate for an award, and you could possibly win an award.
All right, and what will those awards be?
Yep, well, we're going to have a couple different awards. The most prestigious one is going to be the Golden Flamingo. So we're going to have that. We're going to have the Scariest Mission Award. We're going to have the Hardest Mission Award. We're just going to have a couple different awards that we're looking very forward to give out to some of those people that have some of those memorable missions and were involved with us.
All right, sounds good. And who will be hosting this event?
Oh, well, yes, Kyle, you've actually accepted the invitation.
Correct.
To host the award, and we're looking very forward to that evening. We're looking really forward to having you host it for us.
All right, I will do my best. All right, now we're going to talk about some missions that we have. I know that you're excited for this part.
Yeah.
And we want to talk about, there's the Silent Night missions. Now, those are when the cameras were off, there was no host. And talk to me about the first mission. I believe it was the D's.
Yeah, it was. We weren't real sure where this was going to go. And the very first mission, was probably one we wouldn't have wanted on camera. Honestly, we hadn't had a lot of training. We were pretty rusty. We didn't really know what we were doing, but somehow we struggled through it. It was fall. I remember, people stepping on leaves. There was a window opening. We thought we were caught a couple times, but we fought through it. We managed to stay safe. And to not get caught, but that mission really taught us a lot.
Yeah.
And during that mission, that had attracted the attention of the host, and that's where he came. And then our second mission, he was actually with us, but he was kind of nervous about it. He didn't really know if he wanted to invest his resources and his time into this, and so he was with us, and then he had planned to go forward from there. But we call those Silent Night, just Silent Night missions, just because we had no cameras rolling.
Gotcha. All right, and now the third mission, I believe, is Ernie and Rennie.
Yeah. And
that is when the very first one that the host had come join us. Why don't you talk about that for a little bit?
Yeah, that was a very memorable mission. As a lot of people remember, you remember when the cameras were rolling and the fishers had drive bikes, they were helping us out, and the host had actually called them out on it. Probably he was still getting used to us. We usually don't want to do that, call out our helpers, but it's just one of those things, and it was a fun mission, and we really started to build our fan base after that.
All right, sounds good. All right, and now the McSwains were after that. Talk a little bit about the McSwains.
That was a very scary mission. It was the first time we've been to Iowa City. We weren't sure what to expect. The people were a little bit different. We weren't sure about the people down south in Iowa City. We almost got caught. As you know, if you go back and you were to play the video of me that night, they had a very elaborate security system, the creaky step. One of the most effective I've ever seen. When we were putting the note on the door, the steps were creaking. There were lights on in the house, as there were lights on a lot of our houses when we were doing it. So it was a scary time.
Gotcha. All right, and you said it's the scariest mission. Would they maybe be up for an award?
Kyle, I'm not really going to get into that. Like I said, if you're up for an award, you'll be getting an invitation in the mail.
All right, sounds good. All right, and the next one would be Jason and Val.
Yeah.
All right, and now that's 11:05. Would you like to talk to us about that?
I'm not going to get into that.
You're not going to get it? All right. We understand. That was a horrible night.
It was.
And we'll skip to the next one. I believe the Fishers were after that one.
Yeah, the Fishers, we had went to pick up the flamingos from a previous resident, and we had some issues. You know, as you know, we had some issues that night, and we had got the flamingos out safely, and we went to the fishers that night, and we were not expecting, you know, it was really a good thing that it happened this way because we were exhausted, mentally, physically from the situation, and we'll get into that maybe more at the award ceremony. We were just exhausted that night we went to the fishers, and you know, I think God was good to us that night because the fishers weren't home. So because they weren't home, you know, we were able to get in and out very quickly and very peacefully.
All right, and I remember, wasn't there a stone taken away from there?
Yeah. You know, I don't believe anybody in our team knew anything about the stone. I know there's been some accusations that have been around there, but I don't know anything about the stone, and I'm not really going to comment on it because I don't want to talk about false accusations.
All right, sounds good. All right, and now I believe it is our longest distance-wise, besides the Fishers, the Georges. Now, they were outside of our church, not a part of our church, and comment a little bit about that mission as well.
Yeah, it was, as you know, Brother George, you know, he was a presbyter in our section for our organization for many years. So, you know, it's somebody that we were all familiar with. We weren't sure what to expect. It was a terrifying night. It was a very terrifying night. We had a bigger crowd than we expected, so we didn't have enough seats. We didn't have enough transportation, but we managed, and we fought through it. And there was some security problems at the residence, but we managed to fight through that as well, and we got through it.
All right, sounds good. All right, and I believe after that were the Latours. Now, I know that was also a very interesting night for you guys.
Yeah, with the Latours, you know, we had showed up and we were expecting to flamingo the Latours, which we did, and we were able to accomplish that successfully. However, the next morning, I had gotten a phone call from our chairman, Pastor Gibbs, and he had been flamingoed, and he was not supposed to be flamingoed. We had an insurance agreement with him, and you have to excuse me, Kyle, because I get a little worked up when I talk about this.
Oh, I understand.
You know, I like for our insurances to, you know, to not be set up. They were insured through us, and they were protected. And somebody had went and taken our flamingos without our permission away from the Latours and took them over to the Gibbs house and placed them there. They set us up. You know, we could have had a lot of fraudulent insurance charges against us. Luckily, we were able to avoid all that by proving and proving who was responsible behind that.
All right, and can you say who is responsible for those?
You know, we'll probably get into more of that at the award ceremony.
All right, and the very last one mission that you've been doing is the Doppelganger mission. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, well, we weren't sure what to expect on that mission, but as you know, there was some connections there with the evil ones. Jason and Valerie Faust, horrible people. So there was some connections there. So we were high security on that, and it was horrible because it was a terrifying night. We were posting a note on the door, and somebody was home in the residence, and they were actually having a gathering in the residence, and somebody had walked right by, and we could have been caught. Thankfully, our ninja skills saved us on that one, and then when we went to pick them up, our flamingos were gone. I was terrified, and I had to scout them out. I had to find them, and they were punished. Their legs were detached from them and even cooked up. But luckily, through medical science and research and surgery, we were able to fix them up and attach the legs.
All right, and final question for right now. How many missions were completed and how many were successful?
We completed 11 missions successfully. We were never caught, and that's a statistic I'm very proud of.
All right. Well, this has been Flamingo TV. We're going to take a short break and be back with more of our Flamingo TV. All right, have a good one. We'll be back soon.
Hello, my name is Dylan Shelton. I am President and CEO of Christmas Ties Incorporated. I want to share a once-in-a-lifetime Christmas opportunity. You're probably thinking, where did Mr. Shelton get this amazing Christmas tie? If you act now, this tie can be yours for a low price of 16 payments of $9.99. That's right, only 16 payments of $9.99. But that's not all. If you act within the next 5 seconds, that's right, 5 seconds, you can get 2 ties for the price of 16 payments of $9.99. This is a don't miss Christmas opportunity. Please, act now.
All right, this is Flamingo TV. We are back. I hope you enjoyed our sponsor. Michael, we have just a few more questions and then we'll be leaving. We wanted to ask you a little about the general and what he's going to be doing and what he's doing here.
Yeah, well, the general's with me, as you know. The rest of all the other flamingos have flown south for warmer climate during Iowa winter. But he's stayed behind. He's got some work to do. You know, he's kind of scoping out some training facilities that we're going to be taking advantage of on the flamingo side of it when they come back, and kind of doing some administrative work. And I'm kind of helping him out a little bit. So we're really looking forward to the off season.
All right. Now, what are you and your team going to be doing to prepare for next season?
Yeah, well, I'm actually helping the general out some. We're kind of trying to scope out a training facility for ourselves as well. We're going to be really focusing a lot on ninja skills this off season, and really gonna try to improve on what we've done with those ninja skills, and hopefully we're trying to work it out where us and the flamingos, when they come back, will actually be training in the same facility. It'll make it a lot easier. But we're trying to work that deal out with a couple different facilities right now.
All right, sounds good. And when will next season be starting? Do you have an exact date?
Yeah, April 1st. We're going to kick off April 1st, and we're really, really excited. We'll get our chance this year all the way through the spring and summer and fall, and we're really excited.
All right, and now I hear we're going to be having some merchandise and stuff coming up, you know, maybe some shirts, and what else are going to be available for us?
Yep, we're working with some vendors right now to get some merchandise ordered. You know, maybe some wristbands, maybe some shirts, some stuff like that. Do follow us on Facebook. Follow us on Facebook, our YouTube page, our Twitter page. Follow us, and we'll be having some more information come forward on that.
All right, I want to talk about pre-ordering and insurance for next season.
Yeah.
Can they pre-order now? Can they buy insurance? How much do you want to push this right now?
We are taking payments and insurance anytime. Now, I do just want to touch on that for a minute, Kyle. If you're wanting to be insured next season, you want to act quick, because if somebody orders a hit on you before you purchase insurance, that insurance only covers future orders. So if there's a past order and you get insurance after that, it doesn't cover you for that. You can still be hit.
All right, sounds good. And now just one last thing. The DVD, I heard we're going to be having a DVD soon of all of our first season missions. Now talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, we're really excited about that opportunity. You know, so once again, you can watch our Facebook, Twitter, YouTube for that. But we're working on that. We're working with production on that. The host is actually heading that up and working with that. But hopefully we'll have some news about that, and that should be available sometime this off season.
All right. And how many missions are you planning to do for next season? What's your goal?
Yeah, we've got a goal of 50 successful missions next season.
Wow.
50. You know, this year we only did 11, so we're multiplying that times 5.
Wow.
So yeah, we're going to be doing a lot of work, and we're preparing for it this off season. So.
All right. And do you have any closing statements for everybody and your viewers?
Yeah, I just want to thank everybody for following us along this season. It has been a treat. It has been my opportunity. You know, this is all about you guys. We wouldn't have this audience if we didn't have you guys. So we thank you so much for being fans of Flamingo TV. You know, we hope everybody has a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And we'll be seeing you next year.
All right. Well, this has been Flamingo TV, brought to you by New Life Pentecostal Church. Have a good Christmas. Have a good holidays. Have a good New Year. All right. See you next season.